You're preparing well for your akhirah. Ramses II was the king of Egypt, the third Firoun. He was the most arrogant, proud and cruel ruler who proclaimed to be the only God. Na'udhu billah. It was in his rule when Allah ordered Hazrat Musa to leave Egypt along with Bani Israel. When Hazrat Musa reached the river Nile with Bani Israel, by the will of Allah Almighty, Firoun also followed them with his huge army. Just when they reached the bank of the river, Allah split the river into two. Bani Israel crossed the river, but right when Firoun and his army reached the middle of the river, the two halves met. Firoun and his army of disbelievers were drowned. Allah says in the Quran, "And when we parted the sea for you, so we saved you and drowned the followers of Firoun, and you watched by." But then again, the waves of the sea threw his body out on land, so that the children of the Bani Israel could see for themselves the anjam of going beyond Allah and His orders. Allah also said in the Quran, "Today we will preserve your corpse, so that you may become an example for those who come after you. And surely most people are heedless of our examples." Firoun's body was discovered in 1881 at a secret site in Egypt, where the officials in those days used to preserve their kings through mummification. His body was then transferred to the Museum of Cairo in Egypt, where it serves as an example for the present generations. Allah fulfilled His promise of preserving the body of Firoun. But how did He make Firoun's body a sign of ibrat for all of us? Brothers and sisters, the mummy of Firoun's body is different than the other Egyptian mummies. His body has its flesh and muscles all intact, while other mummies do not. This is again a huge miracle from Allah Almighty. But why did He do that? Actually, to preserve the body of Firoun, the flesh on his body should be removed. For that purpose, archaeologists at the museum leave rats on his body so that they can eat away all the flesh. This happens once a year in March and is horrible. You see, this is what happens when a haughty person says he is above the one and only Allah Almighty. Allah's word is surely a word of truth. Share with us your thoughts on this in the comment section below.